everybody, Pedro here for PG's Continuing Journey channel, and for those of you new to my channel, I welcome you, and I hope you will be inspired by my weight loss, health, and wellness journey. But for this video, I'd like to take a moment. I actually, during my afternoon walk, at my neighborhood, at the park in my neighborhood. Let me start again. During my walk at the park in my neighborhood, while I was posting about my most recent weigh-in, there was a subject I wanted to touch on, and I recently deleted it because I wanted to do a more civilized version, more calm and collected version, so to speak. I want to speak up, but at the same time, because I said it can be frustrating. I'm going to talk to you about it right now. First and foremost, I do not like to be talking about politics and religion. Those are first of all, politics, especially with what's going on in this current administration, dominating the TV news, dominating social media. No, I lost friends during the first administration, and I may be losing more friends in the second administration. But you know what? I learned to be okay with it. And that's why I'm watching the TV news less. I've unfollowed certain people on social media because for me, it's just too much hearing these stories. It's just too damn much. And I usually blocked a few of them. But what I wanted to touch upon was the hype surrounding Bad Bunny and his upcoming performance being selected by the NFL to perform at the January, I don't know, was it January, February? The Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not a football fan, so I wouldn't know. But I know it's somewhere, I think it's February, I do believe. But I can't remember. Anyway, the NFL has selected Puerto Rican Latin music superstar Bad Bunny to perform at the annual Super Bowl halftime show. And he sings Spanish. And he recently did a major tour where his residency in his hometown, Puerto Rico, brought in a lot of money. But he had chosen not to do any stops in the U.S. because of fear ICE agents may deport immigrants who attend the show. And that's what I wanted to touch upon. Because the head of ICE is threatening to bring ICE agents to the Super Bowl halftime show and deport people who attend the concert. First and foremost, this represents the racism that this administration is. Secondly, I hope I'm saying this correctly, but I don't believe any immigrant, whether he or she is legal or illegal, documented or undocumented, can afford, and according to Sonny from The View, $6,500 for one ticket to attend the Super Bowl in person. I mean, that's like a millionaire. That's like a millionaire thing. But anyway, as a Latin music lover, it took me a while to learn, but no, I listen to salsa merengue occasionally, but and romantica, but I'm more Latin pop. So what I'm saying is, if this administration has really shown how racist they are, because they don't care that minorities' families are broken up, divided. I believe this is not about as I said, this is all about racism. And let me tell you something. I am so happy, even though I'm not a Bad Bunny fan either, I am so happy to hear that he will be performing at the halftime show. Not only representing all Puerto Ricans in the United States, because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so we Puerto Ricans are Americans, that's number one. Number two, he's going to be representing all Latinos around the world, all Spanish-speaking countries in the United States and around the world. And lastly, what I want to say is, if this was 39, 40 years ago, I think the administration, this administration would have been just as pissed. Because at that time, Latin music was at its peak and its best. Menudo, Flans, Pandora, Timbiriche. First for Menudo had future Latin superstar Ricky Martin as a member. Timbiriche was this Mexican unisex group that featured future Latin pop superstars Thalia and Paulina Rubio performing together. And I think they can still do it if they choose, because they were big back then, and they can still do it now because they have a lot. They have had a lot of successful reunion tours in recent years, and I follow this. I'm following the social media posts involving Flans and Pandora together on a U.S. tour. Como te va, mi amor? Como te va? See, which brings me to my next thing. Bad Bunny will be singing completely in Spanish, and that is a big problem to this administration. Stop playing yourselves, all right? First of all, you're not going to find any illegal immigrants over there because they cannot afford a $6,500 ticket to the Super Bowl. Secondly, you're just going over there just to look for trouble and to make this president look good. Okay, we are going to be dancing. We're going to be having lots of fun. I'll be in bed by then because I don't stay up. I cannot stay up that late. Not for my sleep, not for my mental health. But I just wanted to bring it up here because, as a Puerto Rican, born and raised in Brooklyn, and as a gay man, and as a music lover of all genres, let Bad Bunny do his thing. Let everybody else who is scheduled to perform at the NFL Super Bowl halftime show do their thing. This administration better not even think about ruining anything at that event, because remember what happened with Disney and with ABC when Jimmy Kimmel got removed for a few days and reinstated a few days later. They lost a lot of money and a lot of venue and a lot of members who subscribed to them. Target, I don't know the whole story, but they lost a lot of money. So, next one I want to talk. But I don't think the NFL is going to bow down to who and allow this thing to happen, and especially when the NFL will 1,000% stick by their choice of having Bad Bunny sing in Spanish, and Jay-Z is in charge of running the show. And lastly, Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. If it's held in California, Gavin Newsom is going to now it's safe for me saying names. If it's held in California, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is already prepared to wage war on Donald Trump. He's ready to play his game and beat him at it. He should be the next president. He or people are check. But again, I don't talk about politics or religion. And by the way, anybody here who gets come up here and any player hated comments, I'm gonna block you immediately because I don't play that shit. Anyway, so music is universal no matter what the language is. Okay, and I've been seeing that on my social media lately. People getting ready, getting messing up on their Spanish, learning Latin names or what have you, just to get ready for Bad Bunny's performance. I'm surprised. You see, that's another thing that I want to touch upon. Why were we not talking about? We were not talking about this in the late '80s when there was a mini Latin explosion. With the freestyle thing. The Cover Girls, Sweet Sensation, the late '80s. George Lamond, TKA, and most of those freestyle stars were Latin. Charlie O and Cynthia. Why did you have to change on me, boy? Oh boy. And then a decade later, when Ricky Martin released his very first English language solo album, and then Jennifer Lopez launched her career as a singer, and she better owe it to playing Selena, because you see, if J Lo, and I think there was controversy surrounding that because Selena was Mexican and Jennifer Lopez was Puerto Rican, but look how beautifully it worked out. J Lo playing the title role in Selena. She was she starred in the title role of a movie reflecting on the career, life and music singing career of Selena. And then 2 years later, she started her own singing career. And I wonder when that if that ever becomes a big screen movie, who's going to play J Lo? That'd be interesting. And Mark Anthony was singing English. Enrique Iglesias. I was watching that VH1 special on about the relationship between Julio and Enrique. It's sad. It's sad. But I still love Julio Iglesias, but still, I can't even get into. I don't want to get to that right now. So the point is, let the musicians do their thing. Let let the football fans enjoy the game, no matter who's playing. You understand? And stop to the ice agents, to this administration. Stop the player hating. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're doing. You're plugging racism and you're player hating. As I said before, whoever here plugs player hating comments, you're gonna be blocked immediately. I promise you that shit. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say. Bad Bunny, do your thing. Guys, do your thing and make yourselves a priority. I will see you later. Peace out.